So he's entitled to it if it sort of
intention means something.
Exactly. His intentions were pure.
I can buy that.
Yes, and so if it exacerbates into some money-making opportunity, then the blessing is his. Yeah, the blessing is his. And then, of course, people were moving along. Other people were just posting little things, and I thought that was cute.
The headline says, "I sad."
I sad.
with a frowning computer face.
Yeah, that was sweet.
That's funny.
Yeah. So anyway, now having in my own little way there just paid tribute to Steve Jobs for his contributions to the world of technology, I have to admit, I am not an Apple fan.
No,
Are you?
I'm not a Mac fan, but what you have to understand is Apple started the in-home computing. Whether it's a PC, whether it's a Mac, it all started because of this man and everyone he collaborated with. So, I mean, even if you don't own a computer, if you go off the grid, you are still affected by something that he has done. I mean, Steve Jobs, Thomas Edison, same level.
That's correct. I never bought into the Apple products. Don't ask me why. It's sort of like, I guess, being a little girl growing up, watching my dad read the Chicago Sun-Times every day. And then once I hit my teens, I go somewhere and someone plops a Tribune in front of my face, and I'm like, what's
this trash?
What is this? It's long. It's, So, I guess it's the way your brain is wired. And I grew up in a time where computers didn't exist. I remember those days. I know you don't, but we had the typewriters and they were all IBMs.
No, I remember, yeah.
And then the word processors, IBMs, and then we moved into computers and they were either IBMs or IBM compatibles. So I had heard about this Apple Macintosh computer, but it meant nothing to me because, when you were being trained in school, industry, for the most part, utilized the IBMs and compatibles.
And this might be an interesting topic if you wanted to take a phone call. What is your first memory of using a computer? Because I know mine. I don't know why I remember it very distinctly. And people in my generation, my age range, right about the 27 to 32. I remember back in school, grade school, we were moving around a little turtle on a green screen on a maze that stuck to the front of the screen. And we did that in school just to learn how to type keys. And then we eventually, a little bit later on, we would we go through our typing classes. But I will never forget having to move around the turtle in the middle of the screen, and with like little keystrokes, you moved it forward or right, up and down. My very first experience with a computer, and gosh, look how far things come. We run this radio station on a computer.
That's right. It's just, obviously the big mainframe computers, but you're right. Apple, Macintosh, those were the first personal computers, and I had one. But
what is your first memory of using a computer?
I believe it was in a work setting.
Was it?
And they were transitioning the word processors, and getting everybody trained for these computers. And so, it was the green screen. It was just, that? When you think about it, it's like, oh my God. There was no color, obviously no icons, to click on. But, that was it. And we were so excited because we had come from, the word processors. We had evolved to the word processors where you could actually type in your document. It could be a 20-page document, store it.
On a floppy disk with this little square floppy disk.
And then print it. And while it's printing, we thought we had just come so far in the world. We could be over at the copier, multitasking, copying something. We could run and get coffee. We could take a bathroom break. We could be getting so much accomplished.
It took so long, right?
Because for us, that was a short period of time. Because we had come from pecking the document out ourselves. Well, now, when I'm at home and my computer operates that slowly, it's a serious problem.
I've always racked my brain about this, how far we've come from, the green screen with the turtle in front moving it around, or, transitioning from typewriter to computer, and the amazing leap from then till now. What can happen in 20 years?
Exactly.
What are we going to experience in 20 years that makes what we work with now look slow and just useless?
Exactly.
I cannot wait to find out what that is.
And really, I feel behind now because what I do with it, a lot of people, and you probably are one of them, Nick, you can literally carry your computer around with you now with your phone.
I haven't graduated to the full-fledged smartphone, but it's just another outreach of what Steve Jobs and his clan have done.
Absolutely. And so, I could be out and about and someone will call me and I'll say, oh, yeah, I sent it via email. Well, can you resend it now? No, I can't because I'm not at my computer.
Now you can.
But someone else with that technology, I'm going to get it soon. But you just go to your phone and access your email and resend just like that.
Which is, it's just, it cannot be overstated. You cannot make hyperbole of how this man has affected everyone's everyday life. I mean, he is one of the top inventors and geniuses that has ever walked the face of the earth.
And one of the criticisms about Jobs is that he didn't actually create whatever that technology was, but he would take that concept from, I think Xerox was the company where he got the concept to do the icons on the computer screen. So he took that copier concept and applied it to the personal computer, the computer screen. So he would take an idea and just blow it up by 1,000, And
if you want to start talking about marketing and making a product that you've made, you can have the best product in the world, but it's nothing if you can't market it and get it out to people. He's the one who pitched personal computers to schools, to put them in schools. How genius is that? To make sure that kids grow up and learn about this when they grow older, it becomes part of their lives and just genius. It really is.
Yeah, it really is. And so we pay homage to him, and I'm sure that his name will live on forever. But yeah, in all of that shock and outpouring of love and respect and admiration of this guy, I sat back and I thought, boy, I must be a brand loyalist because people were turning cartwheels over the iPods and all of that, and it didn't matter to me. I wasn't interested in it. I was an IBM and compatible Microsoft girl, and that's where I am.
I like the concept. I just never really had the money to spend on it. Is my thing. Well, I wouldn't mind if someone gave me one as a present. I would accept it graciously.
But I just never got into that Apple world because it is like a cult following of sorts.
There's an Apple culture. There's a whole separate thing with Apple people. Yeah.
And those Apple people are really, really eccentric because the minute you say no, I don't have a iPod or an iPad or whatever, and it's like you're from another planet. You don't what?
Yeah.
All right. So enough of that. But yeah, the world has lost a brilliant mind, and so now we'll see who's going to pick that torch up and take us to the next level.
Can't wait to find out what happens. I mean, just the leaps that have been made. I wonder how it compares to the leaps that will be made.
All right. I think we need to take a break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at this upcoming holiday and what the predictions are for it. So stay close to your radio. For those who don't know, you're listening to Another Saturday with Maryland's Cafe Society here at 1340 WJOL, WJOL.com, and Maryland'sCafeSociety.com.